thing with me doing lessons of swords is that I can't help myself, and I'm always reading exercise lessons. Happens to the both of us. Yeah. And I mean, I kind of really would love to do more just sword stuff. It might actually be kind of cool. There's always like, you know, sword stuff's all footwork, right? Now we have 4 feet to do footwork, so it seems to become quite a lot.
It's cool to see it when the body position is correct, to see it work. Movement.
Yeah.
Just to kind of.
Yeah. Now one of these things is, I will give you that one, because then I have a longer one on the floor here. When you approach somebody, you know, and normally in fences, you know, we might very well try to do a thing and kind of go, okay, I'm getting into the danger zone, but you know, you can't reach me yet. What are you doing? Okay, now I'm going to come into the danger zone, okay, and we might go, ha, and then go back up. And maybe we need to do a few things before we back out, but we can go up the main game left. Into the danger zone, have a posture, out of it. Yeah, and then some things might happen. So that is actually what nearly everybody does. Some really even see the blind fight, the break fight, you've got the before you go snake. And you're on a horse. And all of a sudden, just in good. If we're approaching a wall, all of a sudden we're approaching this. That's different. Does that make sense? So the fact that you just passed me by a wall, yeah, how do you play with the distance? But the distance that you assume to be changing, you assume it to go in. One of the things I can do is make the distance bigger. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now let's start off with going down the center line. And we're passing it by the, let's just pick the center line. It doesn't matter if it's the center line, but we want to do a straight line, because otherwise it becomes a circle, which you Americans tend to refer to as the toilet bowl of death. Doesn't work in Europe. So you go past me, right to the right side, and you keep going, keep going. Yeah. Now I can then sidestep, like a bigger motion, but keep going. And then I have this space, and the time in that space, turn around and re-approach. Now how I do this turn and how I finish that turn is what's known as gaining an advantage. Yeah? That's in the sources. Now I could do this thing where I change direction, turn to the left, re-bend my horse and come out again. The bend of my horse is important for what my body is doing. Now there's lots of options, but generally we have these two ways. We can come right side to right side, or left side to left side, unless I come from behind. From the front. Yeah? Now with the sword, if we're fighting here, this is sort of awkward. To be honest, something you should know. This is not your preferred side, especially if my sword's awkward. And so your preferred side is this. What if I know that my sword is awkward? And I know this is your preferred side. It's also my preferred side, but that is less than the preferred side. And it's beautiful. My sword is awkward. But I might want to go like, no, we're doing this one. You go, no, we're doing this one. How do we get that? Well, because the thing is, if you hesitate, you get it back. And that's a problem. The thing is, the horses know that we're about to get back. They'll walk. They'll stop. And they won't let it happen. So we don't want that. So one of these things that you do is, if I want to now, okay, you want to go past me here, what you can do is you can ride it down there towards me, put your outer leg back, and that means you're more side on. So if I were to need to go to the other side, I need to get around the nose of your horse somehow. Yeah, and you can make that hard for me. Yeah, and all you need to do is, if you're approaching me in a travers with your right side facing me, and then as I'm trying to get around your nose, so you just get the croup that way, and if I'm trying to get around your nose, you just ride it forward, and then you just cut my approach, and then hit me in the head. Like this. No, you don't. It's that simple. Does that make sense? There's this whole jockeying for position here. Does that make sense? You can just ride ahead. And this riding ahead is also important when we're riding in canter, because we increase the force with the canter force. If I do this with conviction, my horse, I see that your horse is coming, I'm going to take this space. This space is mine. So it's think about it. And then if I say, like, no, we're going to try, then the horse goes, seriously, never mind. Yeah, so they have a say in this. They affect one another. I don't have a horse at the moment, but you bear in mind that's part of the thing, part of what we're doing. Now, one of the other things, let's say we end up, okay, right side to right side it is. Okay, here we go. And then we right at each other, and then knee, foot, face, shoulder. Oh, bam! You can really ride it. You could even, if you're unlucky, hit knee to knee. Pretty bad. Or worse, you can put your foot inside the other stirrup. But now, I was lucky with the stirrup broke. Does that make sense? Yeah, she wants to kill me.
She's like, I've been waiting 3 days.
Now, one of the things that you want to do there for to not have that impact here on something is to make that stuff there happen, which is then you have your leg inside the leg of the horse. That means that you don't want to do it. This is particularly important when you want to wrestle, because wrestling is quite important. So one of the things you see, for instance, if you try to hit me in the face, and I try to hit you in the face, and we end up here, and then we outfire, we travel up. Yeah, now this is normally done at the captor, and then I can drop my leg and do the unnamed grip. You pull me in the face as a caliber, and then you break this one with it. Bam. As I get up that way. Yeah, and they're really nasty stuff. One of the other ones that they do is when you come in with a strike, I do a half sword, open your neck, and then do this. God damn it. There's lots of stuff like that in the language. Now, some of these are things you don't try. One of the things I didn't want to do that is actually be really close. So if I need to go so close that my leg actually touches yours, I want to make sure I don't do it in front of you, because then we're hitting easy. I want to do it behind you. I'm actually doing, this is where we wrestle. So I can do stuff like this and right on. Like that. Lots of stuff. So getting into somebody, you need to kind of be slightly distant, and then you ride your knee behind them to get closer all the time. So what is that? Half off. That's what it is. And you need to be very precise and very immediate. Now this also means that you increase the outline of your horse. Why is that important? Because my horse might intimidate your horse. If your horse has a better outline, my horse will intimidate your horse less. So the better you have an outline in your horse, the better she will go. Right, let's go. And maybe you can intimidate my horse for you. And when my horse at the last moment goes, oh my God, and I sit like this, and he hits me in the head. Does that make sense? Yes. That's the game as well. Does that make sense? So the outline, the quality of your concept, as we tend to call it, is key to having a confident horse. And the quality of the concept is no pressure load. That's what you really want, in the moment you hit it. Now the other thing is that people do is try to hit me. Yeah, okay. Well, you can. Exactly. That is a bad idea. Yeah. So you ride your horse closer. Yeah. Drive me closer so I want to hit them with my sword. Make sense? So you need to ride at me and then try to play. Now, one of the things we do a lot is play in the contact. Well, part of that is you're wearing a riding helmet. You're not carrying any face protection. I want to keep it safe. Yeah. I get to do it. Does that make sense? So the thing is that means that the gear in action, I don't know whether you're familiar with all the original phrases, but so when I try to hit you, and you try to hit me, we meet in the middle, and then they bind. It's called bind. From the bind, they can do various rotational things, which is known as winding. Now, I could do a wind to thrust you in the face. I could do a few other things. If you wind at me, you bring your knuckle to my sword, yeah, you're there. You defend me and you stab me. And I go, I don't like that. And then, yeah, so do that again. I don't like that, I do this. And this is called mutieren, to mutate. Yeah, that's what they call it. So that's the thing. But I can also duplier, to double up. So I do one strike, and in the second strike, I do another strike behind the sword. That's doubling up. There's also Sturzhau. Yeah, so I hit behind the corner. It looks a bit like an SCA lap. But it is historical. It's very specific to that. So there's stuff like that that you can do. Yeah? Now, of course, I don't want you to do that to me. So as you come in here, you can now hit behind my sword to my head. Keep contact, yes, keep contact. So like that. You give an edge alignment. There, exactly. Bam. Yeah. Now when I do that, I could do it like this, or I could do it like that. That makes a difference. Right? Yeah? Yes. Your horse will go better. Does that make sense? Exactly. And then I go like, no you don't. This is known outfire, travel up. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now this is something that happens in mountain fencing all the time. So you kind of go crossing and everything goes up here. And then you travel fast. Make sense?
Yes.
And this is why that happens, because everybody's trying to stab each other in the face. Make sense? Okay, so we're just going to try and get that bind, and we're going to try and wind something as you pass me by and walk. You need to find your target, and then walk. Yeah, there we go. Now you managed to defend my thrust. So here, I'm on the left. Yeah, and then you can do the same here. And I won't stop if I were you. Make sense? Now what's actually easier is to just strike downwards on this left side. So you just strike downwards to my head. I have a hat on. The right side is better. Okay. And I can do this. And yeah, and then I can do the Turkish cut. So that's just a second go. You know that we still pass each other by? So they say, yeah, we make a cut, we try to thrust, everything travels up, and then on the passing by I can do another cut. Make a strike, we make a thrust, and then I cut there. Exactly. Make sense? Now if you defend that, you can also do a Turkish cut. Now, and you notice that, oh, my knuckles, yeah, I'll keep them down, and you have enough defense to hang like that. I don't want to put my knuckles in the sword. Does it make sense? Now once you've got my blocker, go here, up, through, there, that's right, like you did, there. You can now just go, boom, you can just drive over. Yeah, you know that it's a bit awkward. What if you just had more force to do that? What you can do is you just feel like your horse, and then you drive the, yeah, and then hopla. You feel? So you want to use the horse to generate the force to hit me. Does that make sense? Again, this has to do with shoulder control, position and shoulder. Yeah, Turner? Yeah, yeah, you just strike late, but otherwise, fine. You notice that you need to do this down. Everything at once. Yep, go. And up, bump, and turn. Up, there we go. Up. You feel? You notice that it becomes very aggressive. You keep moving. Yeah, good. And then turn and lift her up, and then, yes, there we go. Yeah. Notice that horizontal cut was actually less effective than the downward cut. Yeah. Yes. Exactly that. So if you push it down, you push my sword towards the hole. Yeah. Up the shoulder. You want to lift her up more. Yeah. And you can just leave. Just act slow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So that leaving is done along the horse. And just extend away. Keep the outer shoulder leading, trying to bend in the horse, so you hit the hip. And try a canter. Try a canter position. Upwards, out the leg, and shoulder turn, and go. Fly. Fly. There's good. Up. What you want to do. There she is. Up. Upwards. Lift. You know, the upwards is really important. Make sure your seat goes up. And because you know, you want to actually need to do quite a tight turn and canter. So the moment you're heavy right here, then she won't canter for you. She will just choke. Yeah. Lift. That's it. There we go. Hop. Out the leg. There we go. Up. Up the leg. Keep your, yeah. lift her, lift her, lift. And in the lift moment, also when you tell her where to go. Now all the people do this in the landing. This doesn't work once you have a sword in your hand. Now there's a, yeah, upwards, turn, turn, turn. That's it, that's it. Now, notice, what they actually describe is when you do this, you ride at each other. Now you come straight up to me. You can walk down. Yeah, and then bow here. So, now describe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this motion, and from this position where we now have the bind, I take the front legs of my stallion and put them on the croup of yours, whilst I smack you in the back of the head with the pommel. Yeah? Now the thing is, you're moving forward, so my horse will actually land on yours, which is behind you, because you're still traveling forward. But I should try to do this, whoopla, hence the canter pirouette. Well, this stride, I don't need to do a whole very straight speed. I stride. Yeah, but you know that when this upwards, I need to use the upwards for my sword strikes, and for the motion, and for the direction. Does that make sense? Give it a go. It'll make it a lot easier to keep her going. Upward, upward, upward. Turn it. Yes, yes, yes. You notice?
Yes, I feel it for a second now.
Yeah, but it's one. You notice that she's upward, out to leg, upward, out to leg. That's it. That's it. Does it make sense? Now you do that turn again, and I'll just try and find where you're going to end up. And there we'll get there. That might be easier. Up, yes. Belly button turn. Yes. Out the back. Yep. Yep. Up, bang. You feel? Upward, upward. Use the outer leg. There, 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 there. Make sense? And then you roll your shoulder a bit forward. You know that she has a slight bronch in this figure? What she's trying to do is making space for her hind leg to do the work. She's too much on the forehand for her leg. So she's trying not to bronch or do any more. So you need to do more of this.
She says, get off me.
Exactly.
It's not all the way off, but where
but she has these two very distinct ways of going. She has you know, just for children and beginners and stuff like that, I can't be bothered to move, and I do everything really nice. Upwards, out shoulder leading, up, there, there. Because the outside shoulder coming across has to do with steering in canter. If I try to just pull the inside rein in canter, there will be no steering. And then it will be short, kind of sort of well, the canter goes away. So what we start noticing is that we kind of need to use canter pirouette like work to do any steering at all when we do line defenses. Now, whether we do canter pirouette doesn't matter, but the thing that leads to the canter pirouette, we need to start finding. Out the shoulder. There. Darn, darn. Yes, yes, yes. Did you feel that?
Yes.
That was way better.
She was much happier with that.
Yeah, and then, of course, we went way more where that came from. But that was really important. And it goes well, you said you don't use the word you can do. But she's really funny because she can look so basic, and then she ramps it right up.
She's like, no, I know how to do your fancy.
She knows how to do the fancy things.
She's like, get it together, lady.
If you do your job, she will suddenly. But it's going to be a bit impressive when she starts going. Oh, you want a potion? Here it is. Yeah. So be ready for it in your bum. Accept it in your bum. Does that make sense? Yep, upwards. Out the back. Fly. Up. Fly. 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 Yes. Yes. And reward. Make sense? Makes sense that the whole transition into canter becomes a different thing now because you have to. You have to start thinking very precisely about what you do. Make sense? And it's so much more your seat and so much less your leg. You notice that you tried your leg, you gave it a go, and nothing happened. And then you use your seat and then something happened. Yeah, and then? So your leg, it means nothing without your seat. And this becomes very in your face when you start doing this kind of stuff. A leg is just, it basically just means now. The seat tells him what it needs to do now. Does that make sense? So seat, then leg. Up, there you go. There. Hop, fly, fly, fly. That's it. Good work. Make sense?
Yes.
Now you can set her up with a head position and an outline. That will make this easier. I'm not going to worry about all of that. Partially also a bit choice thing, which is why we had the discussion earlier. Sure, that makes sense. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Does that make sense? That makes sense. Makes total sense. Well, you know, Emily knows what she's talking about. I think she would have let you. If you would have felt confident. Now I'm going to switch to a spear. Now we don't have the short one anymore because it went with this. So we have the really long one. Now, if you have a spear and it's stabbing in your face and you just have a sword, then you can do a few things. This can also be done against footwork. You know, Meyer actually shows it against foot. So if we're on your right, I'm going to stab at your face. The first thing you do is make sure this doesn't hit your face. So what you do is you cut along it like this. Yeah, like that. Yeah, there. Now you would end up sort of here. If you get caught, you don't actually want that. What you can do then is use the other edge, kind of push down on it, like this. Yeah, and then you can bend your elbow, and then wrap it around, and do this. And stab me in the face. Just run off my spear. I'm not going to do anything, because this doesn't do you any harm. And he's going to hit me. Does that make sense? They show this against pikes. Yeah. They show this against pikes. If you've lost your lance, and you displace their lance, and then you arm wrap their weapon. And you need to be a bit careful that your tip doesn't go too big because you could hit the horse's neck. And so we go over here, and then you go there, over the top, and the armpit, there we go, and then you ride into me. Because I can't take this away, and then until you stop me. And then you can take it with me as I die on the floor in the bleeding heat. Yeah, the thing is that these pikes are about the same length as the lances were. This is a tiny bit short for a pike, I think. That's about right. They did 16 foot in the Middle Ages, and then it became 20 foot, but some lances were 20 foot. Yeah, so, displace, and arm wrap. Oh, there we go. Yes, that's it, that's it, that's it. Good. That's it. Yeah, there we go. Wow. Good. Hold on. Take it with you, yeah. You set? Go. Now try it on a straighter line. So you just come from there and you come straight down here. Yeah, and then push it to the side. There, and then apply. That's it. It would work. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Good. Hold on. Make sense? Yeah. So that's a fun one. I always find. Now try to do this at a trot. So you come at me at a trot. I'll try to make it safe for you. So the direction of the trot with your seat is going to be very important. You feel the direction of your seat in the trot, like travers, go, go, go. Out the leg back, and up. There we go. Yep. Too much into rain, otherwise really nice. Do you feel the difference? You need to do that with your outside leg in your stomach. I mean, it's a lot to do at once, but it's going pretty well. Now the other thing is you can start in what is known as posta di donna sinistra, the lady's position on the sinister side. So you go here, and then you strike forward like that. Okay. Does that make sense? Yeah. Then it looks a bit more cool in the picture. You know, the lady's position. Sinister lady's position. Yep, yep. And strike and armpit. There we go. Hop. Much better. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Good. Good point, folks.
Madison, I need you to tell me to
tells you. However the outer leg tells you.
Yes, we had a lesson on that.
However the outer leg tells you. Go, go, outer leg back. Yep, and there. Hopla! Well done. Well done. You see, there's so many techniques we can talk about, but there's only so many you can manage because you need to do all the right at the same time.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I'll just show you later for that one.
Yes.
Because if you don't do it, it's like you're just gonna
Yeah, and there's a whole set of these, you know, because I could target different things with a fight. If I talk about, if I target your face, if I target your stomach, if I target your horse, if I target the chest of the horse, if I target the head of the horse, and they have counts to everything. But I don't want to try all of those, especially not the ones of the horse. Yeah, and when you have a laugh and all that, so I'll get back to you. Now, remember that we're doing canter position? I'll need to make a bit bigger circle for her. So there's this thing when you cut the swords into each other. There's like force involved. So this is just a force exercise. This is just for you to feel your own body, to feel your musculature do that force. If that makes sense. So as you turn around, you're going to just do a strike from the right, the diagonal strike from the right. Yeah, and I'm coming at you, and you can just feel this. You feel that? Yeah, try to hit it a bit. You know, we're going to do a series of these. You're like, bam, 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 bam. You feel that? Yeah, and you want to involve your hip with that. So I'm going to try and time it with the hind leg of the horse. And you're going to turn around with the surface, out the shoulder, out the leg of back. Make sure your belly button turns. Keep your shoulders turning. Yep, there she goes. Okay, and then we go up, up, up. Ready? You feel there, 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 there. You feel that she slows down? Yeah. Yeah, and then you can do this, but you can also do this, this. You want that one. You want to turn around me. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like this goes up as that goes down. Up as that goes down. Up as that goes down. So we're not doing one of these. It exists in martial arts. It's not the one we use in hardback. We use this. Does that make sense? Exactly. Make sense? Yes. Feel it?
Yes.
Okay. Now what I want to do is do that during canter in a circle. So I want to feel it da-da-dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum. Make that your strike.
Boy, that's nice.
It's going to be hard. Bow, bow, dum, da-da-dum, da-da-dum, bum, da-da-dum. That's it, like. And bum, da-da, bum. Yep, there. Hop, da-da, hop, da-da. Belly button turn, hop, da-da, hop, da-da, hop. Now it's like back. Up, and hop, da-da, yes. Bum, da-da, bum, and go. Up, lift her, lift her. You feel? You feel what we're looking at? Now the thing is that if she were a little bit higher in her frame, and she would lift her with us a bit better, her canter transition would be a little bit more specific. And you would have one step, and you could start, and you could do it together better, you could increase the quality quite dramatically. Now that means, it's basically about the width being higher. And then she would not do this 2 steps too long, and then you need to pick her back up. And then she kind of goes like, oh, well, never mind that. Yeah? And then if you need to push too hard, because that makes your hip too solid. And then she doesn't really want to move through her back like she really could. Now this kind of stuff normally I do to get like the circle where the hind legs make a circle around me, like this. Now technically that's not a good idea. Everybody would totally do that. But it's like this. But it's pretty darn tight. Yeah? And it's one of these things that you could potentially get a couple of steps out of her, and then probably she can continue. So what you can do is you can do this sort of, I'm going a straight line, make a little corner, and go a straight line again. So just 1 or 2 steps. But the key is this shoulder loop, so she comes higher in here by about this much. quite a lot harder. Now, if I do any of this, it seems really good right now. But once she's in canter, she'll start resisting it. Like that. Now, being quite precise with this. She can't do much more than this, but she's quite happy to take it. And then if you take more than this, then she'll give that. That make sense? So all the while, there we go.
Look at us.
That's the sound you make.
I love it.
She's like, good, do that to her like 6 more times so it sticks.
I do this a lot to people. You might have noticed. Yes, yes, you feel that? You feel that the whole horse moves much more rapidly? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, exactly. Turn, 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 out the leg back. Yeah, ready? Start to jump her into the canter and immediately leave me. Yeah, and hop. Hopla. Yes, you feel? And reward. You know, that bronkiness was very different right now. Does that make sense? Let's change the range. Now you need to find that in your own stomach on the other side. So I would just do this with the sword over your head, and then just try to get a counter position. Pick that up. And go. All right. Fly. Fly. Shoulders back. Make sure your whole leg is back. Up, power. Upwards, upwards. Did you notice how? Yes. You know, and then she does this curling behind the bit for a brief moment. That's because her withers are too low. So as you do that, bring her rivets in and up, in and up, in and up. Yeah, with your groin. Remember, the front legs of your stallion need to go in the croup of hips. Alright. Yep. And the front legs and the hind legs and you can do it. Up the leg back, up to your stomach, and go. Up, fly. Yeah, and the shoulders go around. That's it. Up, up, shoulder around, up, up. That's it. Use your groin to lift the shoulders and reward. You get it first. So, we want to make that a little bit fancier. So. Yeah, with the feet. I think the jalapenos. So, have you done any garrocha work?
A small amount a while ago.
Okay, there's one particular one that I'm interested in because there's so many things you can do, you know, like these things where you turn it around your hand in the middle, and there's this fancy stuff like that and all that kind of thing. I'm looking at things that are interesting and stickers that are helpful. So I want to turn on the right, and I was doing a lot to the right, but so be it. This thing sits in the middle, and I'm going to put this on my shoulder. I put my free hand on my waist with the pinky forward. And I need to roll my shoulder back so that this doesn't interfere with my helmet. And then I ride around it. And then I can do shoulder in to make it bigger, and traverse to make it smaller. Yeah? So that goes there. Yeah. And then bring your hip forward. Yeah, and then ride around in a circle. Forward, there we go. Bigger steps. Longer legs.
Longer legs.
Come to me. Yep, just lean it. There we go. You know, you need to carry yourself towards it. There we go. Then your leg becomes longer. You know? Yes, there's the turn. There's the turn. There's the turn. There's the turn. There's the out the leg. Out the leg. There's the turn. But this is the moment when the main movement is given the circle. You want to take how tight the circle. That's it. There we go. You feel? That's also when you allow the back to swing. It's a diagonal pair. And then in between is the power stroke. When you give the leg a mezzo tempo in the middle of the rhythm. And turning. Yep. Turning. Make sure the bum is more ahead of yourself. You see, you notice it because it's yes. Come into this feet. So you're just going to drive her in with the travel. Yes, droop in. And you keep shifting the stick. You want to feel it slip on your, yes, and I step her past it. Now then she starts turning into it, and you need to ride it past it. Your right hip, that's really important. You know, it has a lot to do with what is even forward. Okay? Now you can also do this on the other side. Now usually people just hold it here when you're on the left. This is nice and comfortable. This is what everybody does. But there's one particular more rare version where you lift it over your head and you can lay your shoulder on it and ride around it like this. I prefer that one for various reasons. I really like that particular one. It's actually something people don't do that often. You're supposed to look down at the stick. The funny thing is, looking down, you're not supposed to look down. When you look down at the stick, look what happens and become taller. So there's actually moments where the looking down doesn't do the problem that the looking down is supposed to do.
Yeah. Well, that's like when you do a shove.
Yes.
It
Yes.
stretches you open. Otherwise, you can't get it open.
Yes. And when there's a line coming on the back of your horse, you want to get that sorted out. See? Put that forward. Don't get it wrong. You have one chance. So you keep your reins in your left hand, and then you get this thing in your right hand. You just come towards me. Yeah, right. All the way. There. Yes. Now we do this. Yeah. Go with it. Yeah. Yo. And then go here. And we're going to go around it. I'll put it back. Yes. And then she goes. There we go. You feel? And turn your stomach a bit down. And turn your shoulders. That's it. That's it. Good. And then put your shoulders back onto the hold. Yes. And then you want to give with the leg. With your index finger. That's it. Go. Good. Good. You feel? Good. Yeah. You know, the circle size becomes really important. Also, do you notice that this is a driving aid? Doesn't really work. On none of these things. The outside car is a driving aid. This is what the horse stands on. This actually mostly does that. So you can actually push your heel into my hand. There we go. And you have this muscle, and we can make the bigger stuff. And you use the outside shoulder turning to actually make the outside shoulder move the inside hind over the diagonal. And the power comes from the outside. Make sense? Now, let's do another little game. You hold this thing in the middle. You find the middle. You hold it over your head, and then when you turn left, you drop the left side. And when you turn right, you drop the right side. Does that make sense? Straight over your head. Keep it exactly over your head. You make a figure of 8. You start and walk. Right? Exactly. Keep it over your head. Directly over your head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes, there we go. Yeah, and then you're going to turn the other way, and then, yeah, oh, that's it. Exactly. Up the leg back. Turn it. That's it. Just twist in your stomach.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
right there. Okay.
Okay. Yep, another in new direction. Yes. Base of the neck comes in so that she's up and up in the head. There we go. Get that out the shoulder stepping. Lovely. Okay, now choke this. The whole thing in choke. You choke. I missed it. Yeah, that's it. So, and then figure of 8. Find the middle again. Feel nice and round. And then chop. Push in. Down. Drop. Change direction up. Feel the motion in yes. There's a bounce in the stick. Make use of the bounce in the stick to make the swing of her back better. Yes. You're feeling it. Isn't it? This is far more sophisticated than it looks.
She's at home. My horse needs me to have one of these. All my horses need me to have this at home.
You do?
Yeah.
And And then how much you tip the stick actually tightens the turn. Isn't this funny? And it stretches you up. You've heard that before. Stretch up, you've heard the legs. You've heard all those things before. You know when people say don't pull the inside rein? Well, it makes you not pull the inside rein. Isn't that funny? You know when people say sit straight and not lean? It's very obvious that you shouldn't lean. You know, some of these things you might have heard before.
Maybe.
Uh-huh. Yes, yes, because of the effort, because that thing weighs something, because it's hard. If we do 5 more circles, you kind of start going, that's important. So you need to get these sticks to be the right weight for the right person. Does that make sense? Because that is for Garochas medium to light. The original ones are really heavy. At least how I remember them. You need to get bulls with them. They're huge pieces. Yeah, and they need a bit of room. This is of course essentially called a dowel, but it's a good length. The ones I have are all shorter, which is far more ambitious. So if you're going to do all the fancy things with a shorter Garocha, then the turns need to be tight, and the pirouettes need to be really pirouettes. This is a nice convenient size. This is 4 meters probably, something like that. And
Yeah, it's like 4.5 meters or something.
Yeah, this is about a pike length. This is the length that warlouses were. So it's a bit long for a Garocha actually, but some Garochas are that long because bulls are dangerous. But, no, not Spanish ones. Have you been to Spanish bulls? Now, what is really funny about this 4.5 meters is about as long as the there's one French source from the 15th century that tells you that your lance should be 4 meters 67, so that's another 5 inches more. But you hold it, that is assuming that you only have this much, because it measures it from the draper. So how much we have here, we don't know. You just say from here onwards is dead. So you end up doing this. Yeah? This is what they actually fight with. And they would fence with this and carry a force with this. So there, yes, and then yeah, backward. Yeah, to your shoulders. Yes, there. That's about what it feels like. There's no head on this one. Now, put your outside foot forward. Way forward. Now, you're going to get hit. Yeah, that's not good, is it? Now put your outside leg back from the hip. Yeah, and then turn your shield, like my little phone here. Place exactly. If you would put a phone in your pocket, you want to really make a good picture. Yeah. So that's very different. Oh, the horseman on the right leg goes forward. Wow! Isn't that funny?
You mean I should sit like that? Man!
Yeah, I'm pushing her the other way, and she goes, I'm going to kill him. Does that make sense?
She's like, if you sit down like this, and now kill it.
Yeah, so you know that this twist, this twist over the shoulder, here, that twist with your shoulder blade. Goes, yes. There. Now look, yeah, your left shoulder blade goes the other way, yes. Boom, boom. That goes, and then your hips go forward. So you start moving forward. I want you to do a circle. Come on the leg. Make sense? Does that make sense what a counter position is supposed to do? So you get leg, sure. You put your leg back, yeah. Yeah, especially if your stirrups are a bit short, then it's much easier to do the block. You can absolutely stop yourself from blocking with your stirrup. Absolutely. But you need to do the effort. You need to be aware that the effort needs to be done. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? And I was briefly thinking we were going to get a cancer position as well. But I think that might be, it might be much for you. Does that make sense?
Now I can feel better.
Yeah. So I think it's close enough. So what we need to do now is play. You know, so I'm just going to get a sword. He's going to give you a sword. And then I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm just going to let you have the fun. Don't hit the horse, obviously. Yeah, she might get eager. And I don't want to sweat too much. Like, yep, you got to like there. Notice that she wants that more space in it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's good. Leg back. Keep it up, keep it up. There, yes, better. You know that snort that she did?
Yeah, I stayed up.
Make sense?
30-something years.
Upwards, yes. You know, that transition was what, yes, lift it. You know, that if you can get it out of that corner in that lift, then you can attack me in that canter. And then I might be in trouble. Yeah, and put her on top of me, Yeah, does that make sense? That's it, there. That's right, do it. I can grip it. Up, good. Up, there, man, getting better. Up, like.
Is she okay? She's good. I have to go home first and take care of my dog, and then I have to run over to the barn. But yeah, she's meowing. We got her right in the trailer.
She's like, I've been here. I got this.
Yeah, she's happy.
The only thing
She remembers it.
do it all, but you really need to ride her still.
That round pen is nice.
Needs to do a little bit of support, but also she's
I
so
like it. The
nice.
shelter around top and all that. Those are handy.
He's having too much fun.
I know.
Yes, up. Shoulder. Yep, there. Yes, shoulder, up. You know, that's why I made you do that thing with shoulder. See the difference? I have no idea how long we've been going, but she's done a lot this week, so I don't want to drive her too much. I don't know if she needs to do any more. I think she can. There's some tight stuff she does in cancer, and she's really made an effort. And yeah, I don't want to put her too. Because of course, if you would balance her a bit more, it would be slightly easier for her. And now she's kind of trying to finish the job for you. So I don't want to use her up. So I don't know how we're doing for time, but I think
we're probably at it. So Catherine's waiting until she gets off before coming.
And right here.
Y'all are having too much fun.
Seriously, not allowed. We cannot be having fun. We're
No fun.
We're serious folks.
No fun zone.
Even Mila's having fun. She's like, yeah, I get to go.